killing of an Islamic Jihad operative. And there's a power play going on here. It's not between Israel and Hamas, but it's between Hamas and Islamic Jihad, and Hamas and Islamic Jihad and the Palestinian clans. It is quite obvious that targeting this operative in the refugee camp could only have been achieved by inside information. And I've been following this story quite closely with sources both in Israel and Egypt. And although it's not been reported in mainstream media, it's pretty apparent that either a Hamas unit or one of the Arab clans, Arab family clans in Gaza, were aware of what Palestinian Islamic Jihad were doing and saw an opportunity to create room for themselves in this power play. So Islamic Jihad certainly want to achieve a very big issue with the IDF to give them the publicity to perhaps make them more credible as the main militant factor in the Gaza, whilst Hamas are seen to be negotiating with the Israelis. So the Israelis have to be on their guard. They're using their intelligence, and the clans have no truck with Islamic Jihad, nor with Hamas. Hamas has no truck with Islamic Jihad, who it sees as someone trying to vie for power, and Hamas have no truck with the clans. So this is an internal power play going on, and I'm pretty certain, and I hope I'm not correct, that either Hamas or Islamic Jihad will at some stage create an opportunity, create another terrorist attack, which, if not bring the ceasefire to a halt completely, will have severe consequences. So I see this attack and the Israeli response as being more of an internal power play between the Islamic groups rather than a breakdown in the ceasefire plan negotiated by Trump.
But how about people who do view this as ongoing military operations, of course, which is a violation to the ceasefire, which has, of course, been imposed by the United States. We have said that the US is constantly flying observatory drones over the Gaza Strip, and so it most likely will be aware of this. What are your thoughts, Peter?
No, you're absolutely right, sir, that this is definitely a violation of the ceasefire. However, because of the context of why this breach of the ceasefire was taken out, the politicians, the active players, the influencers in the region will just put this aside as being an unfortunate episode, an incident that's bound to happen. No one can guarantee a 100% ceasefire. So this will be put in on the back burner until such time as there is a major incident which everyone is fearing. I have no doubt that there are players in the region, maybe from the Islamic terrorist groups and Hamas themselves, that still want to retain overall influence over Gaza. One of the ways they can achieve that is by undertaking an atrocity. And Israel has to be on their guard, and they're using their influence with the Arab clans, who are both opposed to Hamas and Islamic Jihad, to try and get them to have more influence. But as far as the ceasefire is concerned, you're totally right, it is a breach, but because it's a minor breach and because of the context of why it was breached, why it occurred, the politicians will just say, will breathe a sigh of relief that it wasn't anything more severe than one terrorist trying to carry out a terrorist attack and was eliminated.
Peter Baum, thank you very much for joining us. Pleasure to talk to you, as always. We now move on to our final story, and one person is dead and 6 others are injured after a shooting on the campus of Lincoln University of Pennsylvania. District Attorney Christopher Di Sabore said during an overnight news conference that 7 people were shot During homecoming festivities at the university, he said that one person is in custody and was in possession of a gun. The school was placed on lockdown, but it has since been lifted. Officials said they do not believe there is an active threat to the campus. The shooting happened during the school's tailgate and Yard Fest event near the football field. The school is located around 50 miles from Philadelphia. Well, that is all that we have time for. Keep watching NewsX World for more global news updates.